hero.
Howdy, Space Rangers, Captain Phoenix here. As said, I am back from my break and I want to strike the internet with full force. Which is why I'm gonna be doing a review on every single one of the films I have missed out that have come out in the past year so far. So from October to October. I haven't missed anything from last October, so I'll be starting from where left off in December. Regardless, I wasn't able to review all these movies. That's why I'm gonna review them all now. I don't need a specific time frame to do so, and I don't need the internet's algorithm to put me in their slot. But regardless, this is just a video of me reviewing all the films in the past year, what I thought of them, and what score I can give them out of 10. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I've really worked hard on it, and we'll see where it goes. Now, let's begin. Oh, and mind you, any movie that's not on this list, I have seen it, and most likely I've already given a review on it. So without further ado, let's begin the video. So, coming out from October, wait, give me a second. What's wrong with his face? Anyway, coming out from October, we had Aquaman. Not October, December. Yeah, that's right. I've seen the movies from October and November. I've already given out my reviews on them. Movie in December, Aquaman. I have seen Aquaman, and it's a pretty epic film. I'm not gonna lie. I do like some of the themes this film presented, but I just love the epic grandeur of it all, and I especially love how they managed to jam pack so much stuff into this film yet made it pretty good. Usually, when a comic book film jams everything it has into one film, it makes it feel bloated and thus ends up being a bad movie. This movie somehow managed to make it really good and works really well. I really like Aquaman. It's a good film. I advise you to give it a watch if you haven't already. It's really epic. It's a hero's journey done well, I should say. It's one of those hero's journeys done well, unlike Captain Marvel or something like that. So I advise you to give it a watch. It's a great movie, very epic, and I just love how you just have a great time here. And I love how the story is centralized. It's mostly centralized around these two characters, Aquaman and his friend. I don't know, I'm forgetting his friend's name. And instead of focusing on the kingdom so much, it will only focus on the kingdom when there's something major happening. And I love stories like that, where they have like a central focus on the film instead of having so many subplots. It makes you understand it so much better. Anyways, those are my thoughts on Aquaman. Overall, it gets an 8 out of 10. No, I don't want this. Finally, we move on to 2019, and the first movie to storm the theaters, at least the one I haven't reviewed, was in February. Lego Movie 2. This was one of the most anticipated sequels for me. I was really hoping for this to be better than the original Lego Movie. Alas, it's not. But hey, it's the third best Lego movie out of four. That's something, right? Nah, not really. I guess if I were to rank the Lego movies, it would be Lego Movie at the top, then Batman, then this one, then Lego Ninjago. I know I love Ninjago to death. It's one of my favorite TV shows, but when it comes to the movie, it's the weakest of the four. Anyways, we're not talking about that. We're talking about this. It's a good movie. I really like the themes. The characters are like alright. We don't get a lot of new ones. We just get Queen Wally and Rex as the really new ones that we get. Oh, and General Mayhem, but otherwise we don't get much from them. I do love their characters. The old characters are okay, but I don't feel like they're as engrossed in the story. This seems to be more like an Emmett Lucy movie, if you know what I mean. Other than that, I really love the songs in this movie. I did not expect to love the songs this much, but they were so good and so catchy. Shame they aren't stuck in my head for the rest of the year. Nothing could be as great as Everything Is Awesome. Anyways, guys, it's not as good as the original, but it's definitely a worthy sequel. And in total, I think it should get an 8 out of 10 as well. I remember when I uploaded the trailer to this movie, it blew up. You guys ate it up. You just watched the trailer I uploaded. It was insane. Regardless, Godzilla King of the Monsters. Is it better than the original? In some ways, it is. I do think that this is a better movie than the one from the 2014 version. It's hard to say original because like so many versions of Godzilla, but regardless, it's a better movie. I do love the visuals better. The monster fights are awesome. Although I can't say it's a good movie. The characters in this movie are like, well, you know, as good of characters as you can be in a monster movie. The only character I liked was the main character, the dad. Everyone else kind of sucked. In monster characters, Ghidorah was a cool villain, Godzilla was a cool hero, whatever. As I said, I think it's a better movie than the original. Not much to say about it. It's kind of plain and average when you look at it. The only reason this movie is good in its own right is because of the monster battles, but even those are like hard to see. Like immediately it gets going, it just cut off from it immediately. But I can't blame it too much. It's a pretty epic movie, though not that great. To me, it gets a 6 out of 10. Better than the 2014 one, but still not amazing. Next, we slip into How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. What do I say about this movie? I really wanted this to be like the best of the Dragon movies. Like I wanted it to be the top notch so that DreamWorks can have another perfect trilogy in their hands. Alas, to no avail. It's not that this movie's Dragon 2 is actually better. I would say How to Train Your Dragon 2 is the best in the trilogy. How to Train Your Dragon 3 is small, and I appreciate it being small, but I hoped it would be the best in being small. However, that wasn't the case. How to Train Your Dragon 3 was alright. I mean, not alright, it was really good. I loved the ending, especially. The climax was really good. Not better than How to Train Your Dragon 2, but it was really touching, really heartwarming, and surprisingly really short. This movie is a surprisingly short movie. Not that that surprises me or anything, considering that it is meant to be a small movie, but I do wish they went out with a bigger bang. It's a really good movie. I advise you, if you're Dragon fans, to go watch it. This is the conclusion that you actually really deserve. This movie was really made just to be a conclusion, and I feel like after this, DreamWorks should really step up their game. So after How to Train Dragon got an 8 out of 10, Captain Marvel kind of steps it down by getting a 7 out of 10. Now, before I say anything, I do not hate Brie Larson, the actor. I know a lot of you out there are like, oh, women's rights, or like whatever she's representing, and you're like, oh, I hate her for this. Oh, talking about 40-year-old men. I'm not talking about Brie Larson, okay? I'm talking about Carol Danvers, the one who is Captain Marvel saving the galaxy, being a police officer. I'm not gonna judge her based on who her actor is. I'm gonna judge her based on what the movie says about her. Thank you very much. I would like to stay out of this fight. It is not mine. So, what do I say about this movie? It's pretty average. It was Johnny. I didn't like this here's Johnny thing a lot. It was very predictable, very painted by the numbers, especially during like the second act of the film. It was kind of boring. My favorite parts of the film were the first and third act, but nothing great about the second act. About Carol's life, it was all right. The fact that she has amnesia was kind of predictable, kind of off by the numbers and such. I really hope Captain Marvel 2 improves upon this. And yeah, not much to say about it. It's not average. It's a really good movie. If you really want to walk into this movie as a general superhero fan, I would advise this to you. Not much to it, but it's alright. 7 out of 10. Sliding on into April, we have Shazam. Now, funny fact about Shazam is I did do my review on it way back in April, but the review was getting scrambled, footage was all over the place, and the whole video was a mess. And sorry for the loading screen here, my Wi-Fi is kind of down, but the whole thing was a mess. And yeah, I just kind of gave up on Shazam on the review. But here I am back talking about it. It's a really good movie, really small, really enjoyable. I am so sorry for this damn loading screen. I will end my phone right now. But it's a really enjoyable movie, really good. I love the characters. I loved Shazam's grown-up self. I loved his young self. I just loved basically everything about this movie. The visuals were really good. I like how simple they made Philadelphia look like. And it's all in all, it's a really fun movie. There's nothing grand about it. It's just, how do I say? It's it really just is a small movie that you can just enjoy. It's a small superhero movie just meant for the whole family. I guess you don't see that a lot often unless it's animated. Small superhero movies aren't that quite a thing, so I guess it's kind of unique in its own ways, and I do like how it steps out of the norm. Again, I love seeing Shazam like this, and I love how they jam pack all of his comics into this again. Like how they did for Aquaman, they jam packed all of the little Easter eggs in Shazam's comics, and I really hope that when his sequels come out, they do really better. And you better make him part of the Justice League DC, otherwise I'll officially unsubscribe from you. So, is Shazam getting an 8 out of 10 in my books? Do you think the new Aladdin remake could do the same thing? No, it could not. I saw this during an Arabian night. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Anyway, this movie is pretty average to say the least. It's fun. I will admit, it's a very fun movie. You can laugh a lot. You can enjoy yourself with this movie. It's very fun, enjoyable, and that's basically what I have to say about it. The characters aren't that great. I do love the actors of Jasmine and Aladdin. Everyone aside from Jasmine can sing poorly, sadly. Um, Jasmine's a great singer. What else can I say about this movie? There's really not much to unpack about it. I do love the song and dance sequences. Those are really fun and entertaining, except for A Whole New World. Yeah, that's right. The most popular song from the original is my least favorite in this film. I don't know what's wrong about it. I just despise it. I just don't like A Whole New World. Otherwise, this film is pretty average. If you're a fan of the original, you might not like it that much. If you haven't seen the original, this is a fun movie you could check out. So why don't you see it? I don't like this movie. I really don't. I kind of expected it to be achingly bad, but it wasn't. Instead of it being painfully average like the other Illumination movies, it was very close to being bad, which it kind of was. What do I say? I kind of liked the main dog. I mean, I liked the other dog, the one voiced by Harrison Ford, Rooster. That was it. I was okay with Rooster, but not much. He wasn't in the film a lot. I don't know why the film made a big deal about him. The animation's great. I do like it. The animals are cute. But other than that, there's really not much to it. There's no substance to the story. Nothing to do with the characters. 100 different subplots, and it's a mess. It's weaker than the original, and I don't like Secret Life of Pets 2. And you can see a theme here. Shazam got an 8 out of 10. Aladdin got a 6. And here, Secret Lives, I give it a 4. It's below average to me. I really don't like it that much. If you want to see a fun animated film, for the holidays or whatever, don't bother with this one. This one's just kind of pointless. Well, here's a surprise. Toy Story 4. Here's something you bet you didn't know. I was really anticipating this film. Not that I was expecting it to be the best Toy Story film. That prize goes to Toy Story 3. But I really wanted this film to succeed. And it did. First of all, let me just say that this film is short. Like, surprisingly short. I don't know why. It's one of those short movies that you see and then it's over with and you're like, oh, okay, that happened. But no, I really liked it. I liked the comedy in this. This is, for one, the funniest Toy Story movie ever. I just laughed my head off when I watched this movie. Is it a good continuation? Yes. And I really wish we would stop with the Toy Story is a trilogy kind of thing and now say it's a quadrilogy. Instead of saying that it's only secluded to 3 movies and it should have ended with the third one, we should look at the Toy Story movies as individual movies. In the end, Toy Story 4 is now part of the quadrilogy. Toy Story is a perfect quadrilogy because everyone loves them, and Toy Story 4 is amazing. I just really like it. I don't know why I feel it's so short, but I do like the chemistry between Woody and Bo, and it has this nice flow to it. I just don't know why I didn't enjoy it as much as I should have. Regardless, this movie gets a 9 out of 10 because of how great it is. Yeah. Spider-Man Far From Home. No, 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 that's not the right title. Spider-Man Far From the Ones Who Abandoned You, Chasing the Love of These Humans Who Made You Feel Wanted. I'm sorry, I just couldn't resist. Anyway, Spider-Man Far From Home. It's the it's the best live action Spider-Man movie. I'm not gonna lie. It's not better than Spider-Verse, which is why I say best live action Spider-Man movie. It's really good. I really enjoyed. Have some of the same things as Homecoming did, like he's still Tony Stark's backyard guy even when Tony's dead. A guy wants to get revenge on Tony even though Tony's dead. What? I did love that scene where Mysterio is playing in Spidey's mind. That scene was just crazy. What was going on? Anyway, it's a good Spider-Man sequel, the best live-action Spider-Man movie ever, And I do want to say that that now that Spidey's back in the MCU, I really hope that they give him the Spider-Man 3 he deserves, cause the original Spider-Man 3 not good. The Amazing Spider-Man 3 doesn't exist. So I really hope that we don't get the Spider-Man 3 syndrome for this. Sony doesn't put him in the crappy Venom sequel. But as of now, this Spider-Man film was great. It lived up to what it was meant to be. And I hope he's in the MCU more and becomes the head of the Avengers as he was planned. Now, we get on to the last one. Wait, before we get on to the last one, I would say that this movie scored itself a 9 out of 10. It is great beyond all standards. Disney is going crazy here. True, they're not that amazing in their remakes and their and stuff. Marvel, Disney animations, Pixar animations. So, 3 out of 5. That ain't bad, right? Let's not hate on Disney too much. Hobbs and Shaw. Who knew that Dwayne Johnson, and Jason Statham could make a pretty bad A team? Hobbs and Shaw is a freaking awesome movie. I really enjoyed it. It's a dumb movie. Let me just say, it's a dumb and fun movie. It is so dumb. Some of the things that happen in this movie are just ludicrous, but it is just so fun all the same. I saw this in the cinema with my family, and we all just died to death with this movie. It was hilarious. It was enjoyable, and yeah, no, if you're above the age of 13, I would really advise this movie for you. If you're below 13, don't watch this movie with your parents around. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for my video today. I have reviewed all the movies I have missed since last year up to this year, the ones I wasn't able to give a review on due to certain circumstances. So I hope that next year things don't happen like this, but I doubt it. It will be exactly the same as this, and I'll upload a video just like this. If you want to know what the official list for my movies were, is there were 11 of them in total that I hadn't seen, and now I have seen. So coming in 11th place, we have Secret Life of Pets 2, which I absolutely hated, followed by Godzilla King of the Monsters. Then it Aladdin, the Aladdin remake, that is. And then we just got Captain Marvel, How to Train Your Dragon 3, Aquaman, uh, Shazam, Hobbs and Shaw, Lego Movie 2, and the two top ones of the list are Toy Story 4 and Spider-Man Far From Home. Anyways, guys, that's my video for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you guys to see any of these movies. Tell me what you thought of these movies, what you think of them. Put them down in the description below. Remember to like and share this video. Remember that this video is sponsored by Fitness Solutions. They're a gym company that sells gym equipment. And if you want to be as ripped as Dwayne Johnson, I advise you buy equipment from them. It's really good. They do really good business, and that's fitnesssolutions.co.ke. Anyways, guys, I've been Captain Phoenix. Hope you enjoyed this video, and with that, I will see you in another universe.